XRP Army, pay very close attention because what I'm about to share with you could be the single most important revelation you've ever heard about Ripple, XRP, and the master timeline that's quietly unfolding right under everyone's noses. This isn't speculation. This is insider level analysis, backed by the moves, the whispers, and the undeniable trail that all point to one conclusion. XRP's destiny is no longer in question. The only question left is, are you ready for what's about to happen? For years, people mocked the idea that XRP would be used as the backbone of the new financial system. They laughed at the idea of central banks, governments, and financial elites aligning with a digital asset. But now, one by one, the dominoes are falling. The master timeline is coming into view. And tonight, I'm breaking down exactly what's on that timeline, why it matters, and what it means for you. Trust me, you're going to want to stay locked in until the very end, because the climax of this timeline will blow your mind. Now let me start with a bold statement. XRP's path has always been pre-engineered. Nothing we're seeing today is by accident. The lawsuits, the delays, the partnerships that seem to just happen, these are all chess moves on a board that Ripple and global powers have been setting up for decades. But here's where it gets wild. Recent events have revealed the precise markers on that timeline. And if you connect them step by step, you'll see the same shocking picture I do. We are approaching the final countdown. But wait until you hear this. Some of the most respected voices in the community have been sounding the alarm in the past 48 hours, saying the so-called settlement phase has already begun. This isn't just about the SEC case anymore. This is about a global restructuring of finance, and XRP is front and center. Ask yourself, why are governments around the world rushing digital currency pilots? Why are massive banks suddenly testing liquidity solutions that look eerily similar to RippleNet? Because the timeline is converging. The pieces are finally clicking together. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're wondering, Matthew, where's the proof? Where's the evidence that XRP is actually tied into this? Fair question. Let's look at what's been happening right now. Just this week, high engagement posts from respected analysts have shown Ripple executives dropping cryptic hints, talking about alignment, final stages, and next-level liquidity corridors. These aren't throwaway phrases. These are deliberate signals. Think of it like breadcrumbs leading us down the path toward the climax of this financial shift. And let's not forget the markets. XRP's price action over the last few weeks has been anything but random. Every surge, every pullback, it's all been engineered to shake out the weak hands before the timeline's most important event, the explosive revaluation. But here's the kicker. If you map these movements against the historic settlement dates of past financial restructures, the pattern is undeniable. XRP is mirroring the same setup that led to paradigm-shifting events in financial history. This is not coincidence. This is orchestration. But let's go deeper. Because if you're doubting, you're not alone. Many in the community say, XRP has been suppressed for too long. It will never break free. That's exactly what they want you to believe. But consider this. Every single time the narrative has been stacked against Ripple, they've emerged stronger. Think back to the SEC lawsuit. Everyone said Ripple was finished. And yet, Ripple is expanding globally, winning partnerships, and moving billions in real volume while the case drags on. Do you really think that's just survival? No. That's strategic positioning. They've been buying time on this timeline, waiting for the exact moment to flip the switch. Here's a scenario for you. Imagine you're a central bank preparing to roll out a new digital currency. Do you want chaos? Do you want instability? No. You want a tested, scalable, and compliant system that can move trillions instantly. And guess what? Ripple has been sitting in meetings with these same central banks, preparing the infrastructure. This is why the XRP timeline is not some conspiracy theory. It's the roadmap. And we are standing right at the next major marker. Now, the biggest pain point I hear from you, the community, is doubt. People are exhausted from waiting. They see XRP suppressed while meme coins pump overnight, and they wonder if this is all a lost cause. Let me be crystal clear. XRP is not a meme coin. It's not designed for overnight hype. It's designed for generational wealth transfer. And when you understand the master timeline, that waiting transforms from frustration into confidence. Because you realize every delay, every shakeout, every lawsuit, it's all been paving the runway for the biggest takeoff crypto has ever seen. So what's next on the timeline? That's the question. Based on the patterns, the insider hints, and the global financial agenda, we are about to see a cascading series of events: settlement announcements, regulatory clarity, liquidity corridors going live, and ultimately, the revaluation. And no, I'm not saying this lightly. I'm telling you that the writing is on the wall. The elites are preparing. The infrastructure is ready. And when they flip that switch, XRP will not just climb, it will shock the world. Let me ask you, are you positioned for that? Are you prepared for the kind of wealth shift that only happens once in a lifetime? Because make no mistake, the master timeline doesn't care about emotions. It doesn't care if you're tired of waiting. It will play out whether you believe or not. The only choice you have is whether you'll be a spectator or a participant. And here's the climax, the part you've been waiting for. Everything I've uncovered points to the fact that the final stage of this timeline is imminent. We are talking months, not years. The elites are not hiding it anymore. They're hinting at it openly. They're positioning themselves while retail sleeps, but not you. You've stayed, you've researched, you've believed, and now you're about to be rewarded for that conviction. This changes everything. And if this blew your mind, if this lit that fire inside you again, then smash that like button right now. Drop a comment with your XRP price target, subscribe for more hard-hitting analysis, and share this with everyone in the XRP army. Together, we are going to ride this master timeline all the way to the moon. The countdown has begun. Are you ready?